Alright guys, so that was the buying of the new Hellion. I'm going to let you guys get a look at the stock look of this car. I believe this car is based off the Nissan Patrol Safari Y60 series. I believe maybe the first generation of that released. The one that seems to be, or the one Rockstar's released, it seems to be the one that was released between 1987 and 1997. Again, that may be the first generation. I'm not 100% sure on the generation of the car, but as far as the year and the name of the car, I'm pretty sure about that. I did a bit of research on this car, so I'm pretty sure that's what the name or what the car is based off of. But I'm gonna let you guys see the customization here. As far as the customization is concerned, my opinion is pretty generic. There's some pretty cool bumper or grille options. There's window covers for it. You're gonna eventually see. The stock tires are unique to the car, which is cool. It's always cool to get stock or unique stock tires. They're somewhat similar to one of the off-road tires. When I get to it, you'll sort of see, because I was going through the tires and I was trying to see if it matched any of the other ones. And there's one that it's somewhat similar to, but it's not the same. So these do appear to be unique. It also has the lighting option that I believe some of the other off-road cars have, like the Camacho. On the top of the car, like sort of that light bar. The only thing about that is it doesn't actually work, whereas on the Camacho it does. So that's somewhat unfortunate. But I don't know. Sometimes Rockstar seems to not ever. They don't ever, or they don't always allow that bar or that light bar to work on the top of the car. I don't know why. I believe the Mammoth Patriot is another car that it doesn't work on. So even the limousine, the Mammoth Patriot Stretch, or the sort of Hummer limousine that came out with the after hours DLC, that doesn't even have the light bar that works. So I don't really know why. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't really know what's up with that, but it's definitely cool to get an off-road car. It's definitely a class of cars that we don't get a lot of in GT Online, so it's definitely cool to get another off-road vehicle. On top of that, or as far as the I guess the color of the car goes, is sort of something I skipped. The color, as far as like primary and secondary, that's on there. There is no trim color, so pretty basic. You'll see when I get to the color. The primary is pretty much the whole color of the car, and then secondary is sort of where the fenders are gonna be, or the skirts, and then there's gonna be as well as there's sort of like a lining along the front and back doors. You'll see that's also is sort of part of the secondary color. So not the secondary color doesn't stand out a lot, but it still looks pretty decent on the car. You'll see here I'm going through the 10 unique liveries that are to this car. That's cool. Rockstar seems to have added 10 unique ones for every car so far. So, or at least with the Diamond Casino Resort drip feed, so they'll probably keep that up. There's actually some pretty cool liveries of this car. You'll see. I'll show you my end product, or sort of what I came out with after the customization. But I definitely like the liveries. I think they're pretty cool. They did a pretty good job with these ones, in my opinion. But I'm going to let you guys sort of check out the rest of the customization, and then I'm going to sort of just go over a little bit of, not in-depth performance of the car. I'm actually going to do another video sort of seeing where this car ranks as far as sort of top speed as far as in the off-road class. But I'm sort of just going to drive it around a bit after the customization, just sort of give you my opinion on like the feel of the car, the handling of the car, and how it sort of performs out on the terrain. Is this is off-road car? It's meant to be able to handle terrain. So sort of go over some of that, and then like I said, I'll have another video that's going to sort of show the ranking or where this vehicle ranks in the off-road class. So check out the rest of the customization, and then I'll be back as soon as this is done, and we'll go over a little bit of the performance of the car. Alright, so this is sort of my finished product of the Hellion. Like I said, there's some pretty cool liveries for this car. I feel like they did a pretty good job with them, but it might be a little bit tough to see here because it's nighttime. I'm actually going to get out of the car and get my flashlight out and sort of shine and just give you a look. I believe we went with like a primary olive green color and a secondary black, and then I just put the Nightmare livery on. I believe that's the livery, or the name of the livery. But definitely pretty cool. I definitely like what they did with this car. Again, as you'll see, you'll see that headlight bar I put on and the grill lights. It's unfortunate those don't light up. I don't, like I said, I don't really know why some of those, some off-road cars that have it, they light up, some don't. I really don't know what is up with that, but I don't know. Unfortunately, on this car, it doesn't work. But I'm sort of just going to drive it around this Sandy Shores area or Blaine County. So you'll see I'm near Sandy Shores Airfield. Just kind of want to get an idea of how the car sort of performed or drove around. I was just kind of taking it up hills. I kind of want to see how well it handled going up hills. I want to see sort of how it took, you know, if I sort of hopped the hill or sort of the shock absorb of the car. It seems you'll see that as far as like when you're the going up a hill isn't too bad. It goes up a hill pretty well for an off-road car, and as far as like, you know, when you sort of hit down after a pretty huge jump, as far as the shock, it seems to handle it pretty well. Obviously an off-road car like this should, but the only thing I will say, and you'll see a little bit later here or in a bit, I actually end up going up Mount Chiliad, and you'll see that like the one thing you got to be careful of is you have to be careful if you do like start hitting a lot of jumps. This thing will turn a bit in midair, which obviously if you hit down wrong, you're gonna lose control pretty badly. But you know, obviously wreck the car. But other than that, you know, it handles the terrain fairly well, and you know, gets up hills. You know, as far as the top speed goes, like I didn't go too much into that. It feels like it's fairly fast. Do I think it's probably going to be, you know, among the top in the off-road class? No. But you know, we'll have to see. Like I said, I'm going to do another video seeing where this vehicle ranks. But you know, like I said, you know, handling terrains well. You know, it takes jumps pretty well, and you know. Yeah, I mean, as far as an off-road car, I would say it you know, it pretty much meets the standards of, you know, what you would expect for a vehicle like this. But yeah, anyways, guys, you know, I hope you know, found this beneficial to some point, or you know, if you're thinking about buying the Hellion, you know, maybe, you know, this video will sort of help you make that decision of, you know, whether you think this is a car you're gonna want, or you know, you're not gonna want. But yeah, you know, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it useful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Like I said, I'm going to have a ranking video of where this car ranks in the off-road class, so I'm going to do that. But anyways, guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.